Welcome student to online classes of mathematics for class 8th. In this video we are going to cover the chapter number 1 rational number of NCERT textbook. This is our session number 2. In session number 1 we have already covered the introduction part and the rational number properties of rational number. In this video we will cover the exercise 1.1. Myself Deepak Gautam, TJT Mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. Okay, let's start our today's session now. Here we are discussing the chapter number 1 rational numbers. We have already covered the introduction part and the properties of rational number in the video 1. Based on these we will cover the exercise 1.1 of NCERT textbook for class 8. So let's move to the exercise 1.1. So this is a chapter number 1, which is rational numbers. In this video we will cover the exercise 1.1. This exercise 1.1, which is written here, it has in total 11 questions. So we'll try to cover all 11 questions in this video. So let's start with the first question. First question is, using appropriate property find the solution of these two terms. The first one is, first write the question. We have 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 multiplied to 3 by 5 plus 5 by 2 minus 3 by 5 and multiplied to 1 by 6. So first thing that we are going to do is we'll enclose the term which have multiplication sign in between, which are these two. Okay, after this the term, as you can see, inside the term inside the bracket, this 3 by 5 and 3 by 5 are common. So we'll take the 3 by 5 common outside. So this will be 3 by 5. And outside we have 3 by 5, and inside what remains is minus 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 6. Outside the bracket we have 5 by 2. Okay. So we have 3 by 5 here. Inside the bracket, the LCM of this 3 and 6 will be 6. In order to make it 6, we have to multiply 2 here in the denominator. So we'll also multiply 2 in the numerator. So it will become minus 4 minus 1 bracket close plus 5 by 2. Or this will be 3 by 5 outside. Now open the bracket. This will be minus 5 by 6 plus 5 by 2. Okay. Again, first we have to solve this multiplication sign term. So this will be, this 5 here will be cancelled out by the 5 here, and this 3 will give us 2 here. So what remains is minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Okay, so this will be, as the both term have 2 in the denominator, so we'll write the common 2. We have minus 1 and plus 5. Plus 5 minus 1 will result into plus 4 by 2. Our answer will be equals to 2. So that's our answer for the first part. The second part is, we have 2 by 3 multiplied to, inside the bracket we have 3 by 7 minus 1 by 6 multiplied to 3 by 2 plus 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. Okay, first the term which have multiplication sign, we will enclose those term inside the bracket like this. Okay, now out of this bracket term, you can see here we have it is 2 by 5 here. So now you can see the both term here have 2 by 5 and 2 by 5. So from here we'll take the 2 by 5 outside. So it will be 2 by 5. What remain here is minus 3 by 7, and on this side plus 1 by 14, and this remaining term minus, let's multiply these two. This 3 will give us 2 here, so it will be 1 by 4. Okay, now we have 2 by 5. The LCM of 14 and 7 will be 14. In order to make it 14, we have to multiply 2 here, so we multiply 2 also in the numerator, so it will be minus 6 plus 1, bracket closed. Outside the bracket we have 1 by 4, so this will be 2 by 5 multiply 2, this will result in minus 5 by 14 minus 1 by 4. Again enclose this inside the bracket and solve this. This 2 will give us 7 and this 5 will be cancelled by the 5 here, so we'll have 1 by 7 of minus, then minus 1 by 4. Okay, so this will be equals to the LCM of 7 and 4 will be 28. In order to make 28, this we have to multiply 4 here and 4 here, so it will be minus 4, then inside bracket we have to multiply 7 here and 7 here, so this will be 7. So answer will be minus 11 by 28. That's how we have to solve these questions. I hope it is clear to you everyone. Moving ahead, next we have question number 2. Here we have asked to write the additive inverse of each of the following. We have to write the additive inverse of each of the following numbers. Okay, the first number that is given to us is 2 by 8. First you have to understand what is the additive inverse. Additive inverse of a number is a number which when added to the given number will result into 0. That means what should be added to this 2 by 8 so that the result become equals to 0. So first write its answer. Number 2, part 1, we have 2 by 8 and we are asked to find its additive inverse. We know 2 by 8, and if you add negative of 2 by 8, that is minus 2 by 8. Okay, we have original number 2 by 8 and we are adding the negative of this number. So when you add negative of any number to the original number, the result will always become equals to 0. Okay, so the additive inverse of 2 by 8 is minus 2 by 8. So you write hence additive inverse of 2 by 8 is minus 2 by 8. Okay, that's how you have to write its answer. Second is minus 5 by 9. Okay, as I said, the additive inverse is the number which when added to the original number will result into 0. So the number here we have is, we know we have minus 5 by 9. What we have to add here, we will add the negative of this number. The negative of minus 5 by 9 will be 5 by 9. Okay, so this will result into 0. So write hence additive inverse of minus 5 by 9 is plus 5 by 9. Okay, that's how you have to write the answer. Next one is minus 6 divided by minus 5. The number given to us is minus 6 divided by minus 5. So first we will write this in its actual form, that is, we know minus 5 by minus 6 by minus 5. These two minus will be cancelled out, so what remains is 6 by 5. So now what should be added to 6 by 5 so that there will be 0? The answer is the negative of this number, that is minus 6 by 5. Okay, when you open the bracket they will be like this, 6 by 5 This plus and minus will become minus 6 by 5 and will result into 0. So right, hence the additive inverse of minus 6 by 5 minus 5 is minus 6 by 5. That's our answer. That's how we have to write the answer for this question. So I have done the three parts, first three part. I leave the last two part, that is part 4 and part 5, as your homework. You have to try these two by yourself, okay, like we did in the part 1, 2 and 3. I hope you can try this by yourself, okay. If you face difficulty, you can ask me either in the comment box of this video, or you can send me a direct message. Moving ahead, we have now the question number 3. Here we have to verify that minus x into minus x, minus into minus x equals to plus x, and we have to verify this for the two number. One is 11 by 15 and second is minus 13 by 17. Okay, so the first number that we have is x equals to 11 by 15. Okay, and we have to check if we find the minus of this number, that will result into plus. So write the additive inverse of 11 by 15 is minus 11 by 15. Okay, thus as we have to write this in this equation, minus into minus of the x will result into x. Let's check this. On this side we have minus of x will be, okay, and equals to 11 by 15. So when you open the bracket, minus will become plus. So this will be 11 by 15 equals to 11 by 15. So hence we have proved that minus of minus x is equals to plus x. That's what we are asked to prove with this number. Similarly, we can prove it for the second part. Second part, we have x equals to minus 13 by 17. Okay, we'll do it in similar way like we did in the part 1. First, write the additive inverse of this number. The additive inverse of minus 13 by 17 is 13 by 17. Now we'll check it for this equation. Minus into minus x equals to x. So we have minus outside, inside the bracket minus negative of this number, which is 13 by 17 equals to x. So here we have plus and also we have minus. Plus minus will be minus. You have to write the number, just 13 by 17. So plus minus will become minus. Minus equals to minus 13 by 17. So on both sides we have equal, hence minus of minus x is equals to plus. Okay, that's how we can verify these two number. First find the additive inverse, then put that in this given equation. Okay, you will find that the both right hand side term and the left hand side are equal. Hence we have proved this formula. Okay, moving ahead, question number 4. Here we have to find the multiplicative inverse of the following number. We are given the 6 number here, we have to find the multiplicative inverse. So here also I will do the first 4 part and leave the last 2 part, which is part 5 and 6, as your home assignment. Okay, you will try the last 2 by yourself. I will do the first 4 here. So here we have to find the multiplicative inverse of the following number. Multiplicative inverse means there should be a number which when multiplied to the original number, the result will become equal to 1. Okay, so question is, what should be multiplied to this given number so the result will become equals to 1. So the first number that we have here is, let's write this. First one we have minus 13. Okay, now the question is, what should be multiplied to minus 13 so that the result will become equals to 1. So that number will be, if we multiply minus 13 by 1 by minus 13, that is by the reciprocal of this number. Okay, I hope you remember we have done what is reciprocal in the previous class. So if you multiply a number by its reciprocal, the result will become equals to 1. So this will be cancelled out by the minus 13 here, so the result will be equals to 1. So you can write, hence multiplicative inverse of minus 13 is minus 1 by 13. Okay, so this is the number by which when multiplied to the original number will result into 1. Okay, next one, second we have minus 13 by 19. Again we have to find its multiplicative inverse. That means we have to find a number which when multiplied to this original number, the result should be equals to 1. Simply the multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal of the original number. That is, if we multiply minus 13 by 19 by its own reciprocal, that is minus 19 by 13. Okay, this 13 here will be cancelled out by 13 here, would give 1. Similarly, this 19 will give us, divided by 19 will give us 1 here. So this result, and minus will become plus, so result will be equals to 1. So write, hence the multiplicative inverse of minus 13 by 19 is minus 19 by 13. So that's our answer. Okay, the multiplicative inverse of minus 13 by 19 is minus 19 by 13, which is the reciprocal of the original number. Moving ahead, the third part is, next we have 1 by 5. We know when 1 by 5 is multiplied by its reciprocal, that is 5 by 1, will result into 1. Okay, hence the multiplicative inverse of 1 by 5 is 5. Okay, that's how you have to write their answer. Simply multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal of the original number. Okay, I hope you know what is reciprocal. We have already discussed that in the previous class. Next number is minus 5 by 8 multiplied to minus 3 by 7. So first we have to solve this or simplify this. This minus 5 by 8 into minus 3 by 7 will result into minus minus will become plus. 3 into 5 is 15, and 8 into 7 is 56. So the number will become 15 by 56. Okay, we know if we multiply this 15 by 56 by its reciprocal, that is 56 by 15, the result will be equals to 1. Hence the multiplicative inverse of 15 by 56 is 56 by 15. That's our answer. Okay, I hope this is clear to you now how to find the multiplicative inverse. The multiplicative inverse of any number simply is the reciprocal of that number. Okay, so I have done the first 4 part here. The last 2 remaining part is part 5 and part 6 are your homework. You have to try that by yourself. Okay, moving ahead to the next question, we have question number 5 now. In this, you have to name the property under the multiplication used in the following equations. Okay, we have to identify the properties used here. First we have minus 4 by 5 multiplied to 1 equals to 1 into minus 4 by 5 again equals to minus 4 by 5. So as you can see here, we have a number 4 by 5 multiplied to 1, and now we have 1 multiplied to 4 by 5 again result into minus 4 by 5. Okay, the property that is used here is that 1 is the multiplicative inverse, that we have studied in the role of 1. Okay, the 1 is the multiplicative inverse of all rational numbers. So right, the property used here is 1 is the multiplicative inverse of rational numbers. Okay, the property used here is 1 is the multiplicative inverse of rational numbers. Hence this is the property which is used here. Now come to the second part. Second, we have minus 13 by 17 multiplied to minus 2 by 7 equals to minus 2 by 7 into minus 13 by 17. You have to identify the property used here. Okay, as you can see, first we are multiplying this 13 minus 13 by 17 by minus 2 by 7, then again minus 2 by 7 by the 13 by 7, and the result should be same. This is the property on rational number. So we have to identify which property it is. This property is the commutative property. Of rational numbers. Okay, which says A into B will be equals to B into A, like I had already explained in the previous session. Okay, next one is third part is we have minus 19 by 29 into 29 by 9 minus 19 equals to 1. So this is simply the multiplicative inverse property. Okay, we have multiplied it by its inverse and result is equals to 1. So the property used here is multiplicative inverse. The property used here is multiplicative inverse. Okay, so that's the question number 5. In first the property uses multiplicative inverse, in second commutativity, and third is multiplicative inverse. Okay, moving ahead, next question. It says multiply 6 by 13 by it, the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. Okay, you have to solve it as you're directed in the question. What you have to do is you are asked to multiply 6 by 13. You have to multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 6. The reciprocal of minus 7 by 6 is 16. Sorry, reciprocal of minus 7 by 16 is 16 by minus 7. Okay, 16 by minus 7. Okay, so the answer will be this. 6 into 16 is 96 and 3 into 7 is minus 91. That's our answer. So you have to do it like you're directed in the question. You are asked multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. So the original number given to us is 6 by 13 and we multiply it by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16, which is 16 by minus 7. After multiplying you will get the answer, which is 96 by minus 91. Okay, seventh question. You are asked tell the property allow you to compute these two numbers. Okay, the number given to us is this answer number 7. We have minus 3 multiplied to 6 into 4 by 3 as 1 by 3 into 6 multiplied to 4 by 3. So by which property you can write them like this? Property is simply when you arrange the number or rational number between one or more same operation, the result is still unchanged. So this property is called the associative property. The given equation follows the associative property of rational numbers. Okay, associative property is which is used here, okay, of rational number. If you remember the property that we have discussed in the previous class, then you won't have any difficulty in identifying the property. If you haven't, so before this you have to watch the session number 1, only then you will understand this better. Okay, in session number 1 I have explained all the properties, so you have to watch that video once more if you have finding difficulty to understand the properties. Okay, moving ahead now to the next question, which is 8 by 9 the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8? Minus 1 is to 1 by 8. Why or why not? Okay, the question given to us is you have to check whether 8 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of 1 minus 1 is to 8, 1 by 8. So first we have to simplify this. This minus 1 is to 1 by 8 will result into, you have to multiply these two. 8 into minus 1 is minus 8, and then plus these two plus 1, so it will be minus 9 by 8. So we'll check if there is, when you multiply this number to the number here, if the result is 1, then it will be a multiplicative inverse, otherwise not. So let's check. The original number given to us is 8 by 9 and multiplied by the minus 9 by 8. So result will be minus 1. This 8 will be cancelled out, the 8 with the 8 here, and the 9 will, this one will be cancelled out. What remains is only minus 1, while it should be plus 1 if it's multiplicative inverse. So the answer is no. Okay, no. 1 minus 1 is to 1 by 8 is not the multiplicative inverse of 8 by 9. Okay, we have first simplified the number. After multiplication we are getting minus 1, that means it's not the multiplicative inverse of 8 by 9. Okay, similarly we have to check, is 0 by 0.3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3 is to 1 by 3. Why or why not? Okay, first we will simplify the both number. Here we have answer number 9. First number given to us is 0.3, and 0.3 when you remove the decimal you will get 3 by 10, and the second number is 3 is to 1 by 3. Okay, when you simplify this will be, these two will be multiplied, then add this. 3 into 3 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10 by 3. Okay, 10 by 3. So that let's check now. First number is 3 by 10, second number is 10 by 3, and when you multiply the result is equals to 1. So hence it is the multiplicative inverse. So write hence 0.3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3 is to 1 by 3. Okay, that's our answer. Now the second last question, this is question number 10. You have to write the answer for this statement. First one is the rational number that does not have a reciprocal. Like I had told in the previous session, there is a number which is 0 that does not have a reciprocal. So the answer for this is 0. Does not have a reciprocal. Second part, the rational number that are equal to the reciprocal. The rational number that are equal to the reciprocal is 1 and minus 1. If you find the reciprocal of 1, will be again plus 1, or if you find the reciprocal of minus 1, that will be again minus 1. So the number 1 and minus 1 are, one have their reciprocal equal to themselves. Second is, third, the rational number that is equal to its negative. The rational number that is equal to its negative is again 0, because 0 of negative of 0 is again 0. Because negative of 0 is 0. We don't have any negative 0. Okay, 0 is negative of 0 is again 0. That's why the rational number that is equal to its negative is 0. Okay, next and the last question of this exercise. This is answer number 11. You have to fill in the blank. So first is 0 has dash reciprocal. Answer is 0 has no reciprocal, because 0 does not have any reciprocal. Second, the number dash and dash are their own reciprocal. Number 1 and -1 are their own reciprocal. Third is reciprocal of -5 is -1/5. Fourth, the reciprocal of 1/x, where x is not equal to 0, is the reciprocal of 1/x will be x. Fifth, the product of two rational number is always a rational number. When you multiply any two rational number, their product will again be a rational number. Sixth, the reciprocal of a positive rational number is again a positive rational number. Okay, so that's the end of exercise 1.1. We have covered all 11 questions of this exercise. Okay, I hope all the questions are clear to you. If you have any doubt or a difficulty, you can ask me in the comment box of this video. You can send me a personal message directly. Okay, so after this, your homework should be, you have to try the question number 2 part 4 and 5, question number 4 part 5 and 6, and question number 5 part 3, and also the example 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So after completing the exercise, you should try the examples also, which I have not covered in this video, because I want you to try those examples. Okay, that's your homework. So that's the end of this section. Thanks for joining.